Great. Go ahead, Cecil. You're the host.
Okay. So hi Gautam, how are you?
Hi.
Yeah. Sorry that I had some system issues and but still have tried to join. I tried from mobile also, but still couldn't able to join.
No problem.
Yeah. So like we'll be having some introduction session today, right? And let me introduce myself. And this is Shashidhar, and I have total 5.7 years of experience. Into Salesforce, I have 3 years. Was into both admin and development. You can hear me, right? Actually, I'm getting myself.
Yeah, I can hear you.
I can hear you. So, see, you want to share something? I'll stop the share here.
Yeah, I'll share.
Yeah.
You can see my screen, right?
Yes, I can see your screen. And I don't know why when Ravi just left this thing, Zoom, your voice suddenly became so clear.
And also, like now, I'm not able to hear any echo. So I'm not sure what.
Yeah, I think I should be going out, I guess, guys.
Yeah.
But I'll just be there just in case, Don't worry about me.
I think you no need to go. Like when you gave post to me, like now it's totally fine.
Now it's very clear. It's very clear. I don't know why.
Okay, no problem.
Thanks, Ravi.
Okay, sorry for the delay like today.
No problem.
I think some issues with Zoom, so yeah. So basically, like as I have said, like I have around 6 years of experience, and in Salesforce I have 3 years, right? And I was like into Tech Mahindra first, and later switched to different organizations. Like currently working in Virtusa. Like good knowledge, I have good knowledge on admin, and like I'm also onto development, but like it's very great. Like I've been like here to share my knowledge to you, right? So today, let's go with some introduction with our admin, and I mean basically what is CRM, and what is the purpose of going through CRM, why Salesforce CRM came into the picture. So these are some kind of major things we need to understand and we need to know, so that we will be able to like have a grip on what is revolving around our like software industry. Right?
Yeah.
So if you don't mind, like can you also give your introduction briefly?
Of course. My name is Gautam. So right now I'm in Canada, but I'm from Mumbai only. And I have last 8 to 9 years of work experience in sales and marketing, sales marketing, business development. And my previous assignment was with Times of India, Times Now in Mumbai only. And I was in the sales department over there. So right now I've just got this job offer over here in Canada. It's of inside sales, customer service, and customer representative. And one of my job role has this Salesforce requirement. I mean, they want a person who knows Salesforce, can handle the Salesforce admin part. I mean, not a very technical, not the developing part, but the basic admin part. So that was something which made me interest to join the course and learn about Salesforce.
Yeah, so like learning about admin part is like what are the insights we have in admin and like kind of stuff, right?
Yeah, overall admin.
Yes. Okay. So great. So like today let's start the discussion. So before like right, like Salesforce is like Salesforce is a CRM tool. So we need to understand what a CRM is basically, right? So in our organization, like it is very important to keep relationship with customers, right? In any software industry, so like the first and foremost thing is the customer. Customer is a key role for us. So in order to do that, like our IT industry like has introduced this CRM technology. Okay. And if you have any questions, you can like stop me there and you can ask. So basically, what is meant by CRM in the sense that CRM is a customer relationship management. And it is a software that stores customer contact information. Like normally, like basically customer in the sense that he is a person. So he'll be having name, his contact information like name, address, phone numbers, right? And he might have, a person can have many things, right? He can have website, and he can have emails, he can have many more things. So in order to store all these things, we need to have some tool in our IT industry. So in order to store those information of those contact of a customer, we have introduced this CRM technology. Okay. So this CRM technology basically maintains good relationship with our customer. So how it maintain the relationship in the sense like it helps to manage the contact, lead management, and helps our deals, helps our products, helps our shipping. Simply like how Amazon, right? Amazon, Microsoft, these deals, these all are also a part of different CRMs. How do Salesforce has? So basically, like what are the products you need to buy? What are the things you need to buy? Everything like this is handling by our CRM technology. So this is a pretty much about like basic about CRM. What is the key role of CRM in our life in our IT industry? Okay. So now coming to the Salesforce CRM. So why Salesforce is the CRM? Why it is considered as the best CRM platform? So that we will be discussing. So Salesforce is like it is the world's #1 CRM platform. Like platform in the sense like it's not just software with multiple applications, but it is a platform where you can build your own application. So for example, if you want to build any application of your own, if you have a like thought of building any application, then you will be using this Salesforce CRM. So it uses variety of usage, variety of like tools, variety of features in this Salesforce so that you can build your own application. So it has inbuilt applications for sales, leads, like marketing, right? Opportunity, servicing, many platforms, many features you can build on another Salesforce here. So it's like entirely based upon our cloud. So you don't need to require any download, you don't need to require any software. So like if you have any idea of Java or something, other technologies, you need to have a software, you need to download it, you need to install it. So you have a very huge process of starting any software, right? But in our Salesforce, we do not have such kind of like huge equipment to download and install. Directly it is posted on a cloud. So basically it will be available on our web. So directly you can like open your Chrome and you can just type the address of our Salesforce with your credentials. Then you will be having your Salesforce platform ready. Okay. Any questions,
No, that's good.
So basically, like you may like get it out like how is Salesforce different from our normal IT industry? How the Salesforce CRM is different from our traditional CRM? Like so the major difference is like it is hosted in our cloud. As I said, you no need to like install or do something, and it is easy to set up. Like very easy within fraction of minutes you can like within 2 to 3 minutes you can set up your Salesforce. Just you can like Salesforce predefined it gave our like some URL kind of thing, some registration platform where you can directly enter your credentials and you can like log in into the Salesforce with your credentials. And also it is very easy to use and understand. You can manage your data properly and you will not have like major confusion. Like on screen you can see like what you are building and what you are developing, what you are like giving upon your requirements. And it also like it witnesses like very high customer relation. Like customer is easily attracts to our Salesforce CRM. Why? Because it is very easy to use. Right? So how this Salesforce come into picture is like, so previously we used to have Oracle, right? We have a Oracle company and we have ex-Oracle employees. So somewhere in March 1999, right? So these people come up with the thought like, why should a CRM to be built on a cloud so that it makes easy to the users, it makes easy to the customers. So they build this CRM, and currently like our CEO of this Salesforce CRM is Mark Bailey. Okay? He totally like have this control, he's like managing director and CEO of Salesforce here. So he has like various set of services like in Salesforce. He set up various services like Sales Cloud, Service Cloud, Marketing Cloud. We have different types of clouds in Salesforce itself. Okay. So each cloud has its own like individual features, which we will be discussing in our coming up sessions. Any questions till now?
No, that's good.
Yeah. So why Salesforce? Like you may get it out. Why Salesforce? Like as I said, like it is a cloud-based platform with very less cost. Okay, and you don't need to have lengthy installations. And most importantly, it represents like attractive business model. Okay, so where there is no expensive. So even though a small like product-based companies and small startup companies can also set up Salesforce CL. Okay. That's pretty
Correct.
much.
Yeah.
And so we have pretty much shares also based upon the Salesforce CRM, like on apps, on marketing, shared customers. And we also have very wide range of job opportunities. Like, like normally, basically in US, you can have a plenty of jobs on admin and development as well. Both can be together, and we have different kinds of jobs like in the Salesforce also. Okay.
What are the levels in Salesforce? What I have researched online. So last 1 week I was watching a lot of videos on Salesforce on LinkedIn and YouTube. So what I saw is there is one Salesforce admin and there is one Salesforce developer. Any other
Yes.
positions?
Yeah, basically only these two positions you have, like Salesforce admin and developer. But upon that, you have a architect. I mean, if you are technically expertise, if you are like have some certain years of experience, then you can be a Salesforce technical architect, where you can develop and you can give requirements, and basically you can lead the technical team. Either it might be admin or it might be a developer. Okay. And you also have a business admin, like business admin, we can say, or we can say business architect, where what they will do is like they will interact with the customers and they will bring business requirements. Okay. So how methodology, like how total practice will be going upon is like we generally admin or developers will not be able to directly interact with the customers at very first time. Okay. So there must be a medium between a client and developers or admin. So the medium between these two phases holds with this business architect, business admin, we can say, or simply we will be saying BA. So what they will be doing, they will be taking or collecting information from the client, and they will be like producing to us, like giving to us, like these are the requirements you need to develop, these are the requirements you need to post as an admin, and all those stuff they will be like explained to you. Basically, like these are the three phases. Like one will be business admin, one will be technical architect, and the other will be like admin and developers at the top.
Right.
Right?
So for the developer, you need a IT background, or non-IT can also get into developer.
Yeah, non-IT also can go to the development. Like it's not like a huge coding we need to like, struggle and work, but you can easily understand that if you practice a bit, like you can easily understand. Like it's not like a very like huge code and you don't need to practice. And you know to be a great Java, you don't need to be a great code developer to go into development into Salesforce.
Okay. Yeah.
So basically a few months of practice will be like enough for being a developer in Salesforce.
Okay.
Initially, like you might face difficulties in doing development, but later on, like once you get habituated, you can easily like get through and you can like design great applications. Yeah. So anything else? So can we proceed?
That's it.
So basically, so these are the very like various advantages of Salesforce, like why being a Salesforce. So we cannot also like underestimate Salesforce admin. Why? Because he's the key person who holds the Salesforce, total Salesforce contacts or total Salesforce, like whatever the objects we'll be discussing in future. Just I'll be giving a like small headline kind of. So he will be the responsible person who hold the total sales. So whatever the permission or whatever So if you want to have some user to be a Salesforce guy, you as an admin need to give the permission to the person, to the user. Then only he'll be able to like log in into our Salesforce.
Mhm.
So he will be the main person who do all these things, admin basically.
Yeah.
So we will be having different roles like responsibilities, and we'll be having role hierarchies, a manager. I mean, in Salesforce, you can be we'll have different roles like manager, director, and lead, developer, admin. Like all these contacts will be basically held by a Salesforce admin.
Mhm.
Yeah. So since like it is a cloud-based platform, like you can access it from anywhere. You can access from mobile, you can access from like laptop, you can access from anywhere you can. Okay? It's like no need of having only system, like it's not constrained to one particular device. You can access from anywhere. Just only you need to have some smooth internet connection and a web browser. That will be easily like enough for our Salesforce to log in.
Mhm.
And this is also like easily integrate, like we can integrate these things with Gmail, Yahoo, okay? All kind of capabilities you can have within a Salesforce. Like even as I said, even small startups, I mean, starting from the startups to big companies like Microsoft, Amazon, and say like many companies also can easily access our Salesforce.
Correct.
So this is pretty much about our Salesforce CRM, like why we are using. We also have like different CRMs, like if you know, like we have Microsoft CRM. We do have different Salesforce CRMs, but Salesforce CRM is something like it is very easy and understandable, and also like nowadays like it's on boom in our world. Like you can easily find different various jobs also, like not only in your company, like once you get hands-on in your company, you can easily move to different companies based upon of your experience.
Correct.
So normally like in Salesforce, we have like various services. We will be calling those as SaaS, PaaS, and IaaS. Okay, so what is SaaS in the sense? It is a software as service. So Salesforce, like it provides all software we need. We do not, as I said, we do not require any installation or setup or download, directly available across on web. So this particular feature it can be said as SaaS, SaaS. Okay. Similarly, you have another feature called as PaaS. What is it is and what do you mean by PaaS in the sense? Platform as service. So it allows you to create various applications according to our requirements.
Mhm.
Like customize, you can customize them. So it on Salesforce, like it will by default, it will give you some on-built features. So apart from that, you can like develop your own applications. You can customize them and you can share. Like there is no need of any separate platform required.
Mhm.
And finally, we have IaaS, which is said to be infrastructure as a service. So basically, what is this infrastructure as a service in the sense? It will provide all the storage it requires for your data, like customer data, contact data. You need to store the data, right? You don't need to have any different server in it. Salesforce itself has a server. So in general, I'm not sure whether you have idea or not. So normally in .NET or Java, we have different servers which we call as a database management system. So we have SQL server, different types of servers where those Java or .NET, they will store their data in this server separately. Basically, you need to write some code separately in order to store the data into the server in those applications, in those softwares. Okay, but in our Salesforce, you don't need to have a different server. You can directly, like Salesforce itself, give you a server. Directly, you have here, you have some SOQL queries kind of thing, where you can simply write a SOQL query, so the data can automatically save to your Salesforce. You don't need to have any separate data. Okay. So that's a very great feature given by Salesforce, which is said to be IaaS. So what is the use of this IaaS in the sense, like your cost, basically like how much we spend or how much we do also, like at most what we will consider cost only. Like for every person, it is cost only the first thing they'll see. If you want to start an application, if you want to like do a customization, if you want to create an application, the first and foremost thing what we will select cost. How much cost it will take to build an application. Basically, organization from a single person to a whole organization, what they will think first and foremost cost. How much cost? If it is less cost, so it is very easy. It will be very affordable to them to spend that bucks of money on the particular application. So having these features like you do not have a different server and you can have on a web, or having these IaaS, PaaS and SaaS type of features. So Salesforce became very affordable and you don't need to spend much cost. I do agree, like for some, I have said, right, like we have some sales cloud, service cloud, like different clouds in Salesforce itself. For some clouds like marketing cloud, we need to spend some much cost on it, but rest of them, like it will be like generalized normal cost. You can pay, you can get the access of the services where Salesforce provides. And the main and foremost thing, the main advantage of Salesforce we have is like we have a developer org where we will be creating that tomorrow, right? So that developer org is totally a copy of a production, right? And normally, if you join the company, they'll give you one production where we need to work on Salesforce, right? So it is a copy of that production where you can directly practice on that Salesforce cloud, right? So basically, your freshers or beginners who newly learn Salesforce, they can easily like log in or register to that Salesforce, and they can easily practice on that Salesforce org. So when you join that organization or when you move your project to the particular organization, you don't need to worry about the things. Why? Because you already have practiced on your trial organization, which is given by Salesforce, so you have much more idea. So this is also one of the best advantage Salesforce has given to us. So tomorrow, like when you move to the new project, then you don't need to worry, like you don't need to be surprised seeing the application. Why? Because you have been already seeing application which is given by the Salesforce earlier. Why? Because we will be already practicing on. So if you have any questions, if you have any doubts, also you can practice in your developer org, which is given by Salesforce, so that you will have a good like hands-on experience. So this is also one of the advantage why we be in a Salesforce person. Any questions?
Yeah, that's good.
So basically, like we have a tenant architecture in general. So we have this multi-tenant and single tenant architecture. Like you can see on my screen, we have this single tenant and multi-tenant. In previous, like in earlier generations, we used to have single tenant architecture. So for every application, you need to have separate database. Okay. So this is a very like complex thing. So that's why now in our IT sector, in our software industry, Salesforce as well, we have moved to a multi-tenant architecture. It means same application, but it will have different database. So these are different customers. They can use same our Salesforce. They can log in into the same Salesforce, but database will be different. Okay. So every company requires a CRM software, right? Like every company has customers and they are in need of CRM software. So all the tasks they perform are pretty much same, like maintaining contacts. For example, we have take an example. We have a Facebook customer. Similarly, we have a YouTube customer, for example. So they have similar, even though they have different roles they have, but we will be having the same or pretty much similar kind of features also, like maintaining contacts, communication system to the customer. Even Facebook also need to communicate with the customer. YouTube also need to communicate with the customer. Then only they'll be able to interact with the customer, right? So since they have pretty much same, like similar features, like some of the features, they can easily use this multi-tenant architecture so that they can use same application but with different database. Okay. So in our multi-tenant architecture, Salesforce also creates application at once, and the same application is shared with different type of clients.
Yeah.
So also like at this point of time, we might get some like doubt, like how our data will be secure. So even though like if I am and you are using same application, we are not sure, right? Like whether our data. So first and foremost thing for a customer and client will be their data. Their data should not be leaked. The data should not be like coming out, right? It should be most secure. If it come out, like it will be a like violation, right? Privacy. It's a kind of privacy. So in order to like make this thing as a secure, making the data as secure, in Salesforce we have a concept of metadata, where Salesforce strictly opposes sharing the data to the other client. This database itself has this concept of metadata architecture, where they cannot like see one data with each other. Okay. Any questions?
Yeah, so here when we mentioned them, there will be company and there will be customers. So customers can also use the same app which the
Yes.
company is using. So customers is more, I think it's a B2B customer, right? And not B2C. Will it be B2B customer?
Basically, it will be like it's not only a B2B or B2C customer, like any kind of customers can be available, right?
Okay, so customer can also log into the Salesforce,
Yes.
and business owners can also, company can
Yes.
also log into Salesforce.
Anyone who will be given the access, right, by an admin, they can easily log into the Salesforce. It depends
Okay.
upon,
Access has to be given to customer.
yes. It depends upon like the requirement, right? So based upon the requirement, like if customer wants, okay, I need to log into the Salesforce, I need to see what is going there, then they can easily log into the customer. I mean, they can easily log into the Salesforce. Only the thing is that we need to give access. Yes.
Yeah. So for example, if I am a company, I use Salesforce and I have 10 customers. And out of 10, suppose there are 3 customers, they don't use Salesforce, they use Oracle or Microsoft CRM. So how can I share my Salesforce? I mean, can I share my Salesforce admin with them?
So basically, like even though if they have the Oracle, or I mean, basically they're customers of Oracle. So even though like they're also working on a Salesforce platform, you can share your credentials.
Okay, I can share with
Share
them.
your
So
credentials. Share your credentials means you need to give the access. You cannot share your credentials.
Okay, so I can give access.
Yes, you can give access.
Oh.
Even though he belongs to Oracle, but if he is also a customer of a Salesforce, then he can also like he has right to log into the Salesforce and see what is going on. Why? Because he like it's not a normal thing that if he is a client of a Salesforce, he's paying money to us, right?
Yeah.
Without paying money and without having doing anything, we cannot. I mean, he cannot be a Salesforce user, right? You cannot give any access. Since he is a customer of Salesforce, you are giving access to him, and he has right to log into our Salesforce. Totally depend upon the requirement. Like, depends upon the requirement.
True.
So basically, like whatever the thing you have, just you need to give the right access to him. And here also, like as an admin, we need to know some more things that we will be learning in future. So what is the thing is like it depends. So for example, you have a doubt, like same example you take, like you took, right? Like you have 10 customers, 7 customers are from Salesforce, 3 customers from Oracle. Okay. So if you want to show only some particular data to them, to the 3 customers, not everything on Salesforce, you can restrict them and give the access to the 3 customers. That option is also there in Salesforce. Say for example, you have 3 applications, okay, A, B, C. Okay. So this Oracle guy, he need to view only A application. He cannot view B and C. So you can restrict that option in Salesforce, and you can give only a option of seeing A application and access to the Oracle guy, so that whenever he log into the Salesforce, he can see only A application. He cannot see B and C. So that kind of feature is also there.
Okay.
Shall I proceed?
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, like we have different features like contact management, opportunity management, lead management, sales collaboration, different types of like Salesforce mobile app. Okay. So all these workflow approvals, email integration, reports, all kind of like management systems are being available in our Salesforce. Okay, since it is a trusted multi-tenant cloud, we have enterprise ecosystem, metadata platform, and you can have different APIs. So APIs in the sense like API in the sense it gives a way to connect with different platform. I mean third-party system. For example, I mean to being a Salesforce, I mean I need to collaborate with any third-party system. This API is coming to the picture. So these ways you have different, like basically contact management in the sense like we have our customer communications and contact details, history of contacts, all those things, right? And Salesforce Engage, like plenty of features within Salesforce. So it depends, like not everyone need to learn everything. It depends upon the requirement, depends upon the company's requirement, depends upon the customer. We need to like able to know and learn these technologies.
Right.
Also, like if you go down here, you can see I have told you, right? This is a Salesforce cloud. In this Salesforce cloud, you also have different types of clouds like sales, service, marketing, platform and apps, analytics, community, marketplace. So what is this is like, for example, consider I'm a sales cloud person. So I need to work on only some features. Then I no need to buy unnecessarily different features. Right? Since I like, as I told you earlier, Salesforce possesses many features, right? Like starting from contact management to service management, it possesses many features. Okay? So you need not to like buy. So for each thing you need to pay some money, right? Even though it is 10 rupees or even though it is 20 rupees, you need to pay, right? So it should not be extra cost for a customer. So that's the reason Salesforce has developed individual clouds inside, like sales, service, marketing. So customers who want to do anything on sales side, he'll purchase Sales Cloud. Customer who want to like do anything in service side, he'll purchase Service Cloud. Likewise. Okay.
Yeah.
So mostly like basically our organization, they will be mostly having or paying money or mostly using the sales and service. These two clouds are most like used clouds in our Salesforce. So let's discuss some small thing about the Sales Cloud. What is Sales Cloud is that it is a part of Salesforce platform where like it is focused on enhancing the effectiveness of a sales team. Okay, you know that we'll have sales team, service team. So it will like sales team of an organization comes into the picture here and it increases the amount of sales. Okay, it stands unique when compared to like other clouds, like other compared to the service cloud, marketing cloud, and other cloud, it stands some uniqueness here. Okay. So here it provides account information of the customer as well as the information gathered on the social platforms. Like whatever the product and whatever the customer is dealing with, all this information can be gathered in this sales cloud. Okay. So it helps in judging the potential of sales lead and closing the sales process. So if you want to close a sales thing very faster, then you can purchase the sales cloud. You can close your more deals, you can close deals very faster, you can get quicker deals. All these kind of features is available in Salesforce. Basically, an opportunity and a lead will be a key role possessing in the sales. We will be discussing in future what is a lead, what is an opportunity, what is a content. Everything we will be discussing in further sessions. Okay. So what are the key features in this sales cloud? Like I have told earlier, like contact management. So it gives you complete information of customers, including previous communication, discussions, emails. You can have contact emails, you can have contact numbers, everything it is holding with this sales cloud. And also you have opportunity management. Like if you know, like we have some quotes, right? If you want to buy a product in a bigger level organization, you need to give some quote. Then only like the best quote we have, then they'll sell the product to our organization. So in these quotes, everything you can like save and store in our opportunity management, which is available in our sales team. Okay. So quote in the sense, if you like heard or if you like know anything about it, like for example, consider in our software industry, if you want to get more number of laptops also, consider you have a Dell laptops, you have a requirement of having Dell laptop, then what you need to do, you need to process some code. Then with the less amount of code and with the good quantity you buy, they will give our laptops, I mean huge amount of laptop to our organization. So those information also can be stored in our sales tool. Any questions?
That's good.
So you can do sales forecasting, you can do tertiary management, right? And you can do files. I mean, you can store your files, you can store your attachments, and you can have your performance management, like from reports and dashboards, like how much sales you are, like how much sales you do in a year, or how much sales you do in a month, or how much sales you do in a day. Everything you can do with the help of reports. Okay, all these things you can do from a sales cloud perspective. Similarly, we have service cloud. So basically, what is the service cloud? Is that Salesforce is not only like you do some like sales, not only you do products, like you have some complaints as well. Right? If you buy a product or if you sell a product, automatically you have some complaints saying that I have an issue with this product. Say for example, I bought a laptop, I have my software issue, so I have a complaint. So what you do, you need to raise a complaint. In order to raise a complaint, you need to go for the service. This is said to be a service. I mean, then service cloud come into the picture, right? So basically, like normally, if you buy an Amazon, like if you go to Amazon or Flipkart, if you have something, you will call to customer care. Right? Similarly, you can do all those activities in a service. Okay? It basically like focus on providing support and help to our customers. So it helps in retaining the customers. The best service you give, the best way you can retain your customers, right? Basically, it's not only you sell the product and you leave it as is, right? So if you if you sell a product, like automatically not in this year, but maybe next year or the other next year, you have some complaints in the product. So if you have the best service, then you can retain the customer future. Yes, I am getting good service from this Salesforce, so I'll be an active customer of this Salesforce. That faith we need to give. So as part of giving that faith, Salesforce has succeeded by giving this service cloud feature. So based upon that, they has like give the best products and best service and helps in retaining the customers, increasing the satisfaction and loyalty as well. So it uniqueness, like it lies in providing the faster service. It's not like I have a service cloud, I'll give. So customer comes, you come to me today saying that I have complained with the product I bought from Salesforce. And it's not good like if you solve that issue something somewhere around 1 week later or 10 days later, right? So the immediate way, immediately if you like do a service with the product, maximum 1 to 2 days, it will be very great and very like being very what we can say, like faster service you give, it will be very satisfied to a customer saying that yes, I am getting good service within less days. Even if they have a good service, if you get in less day, within 1 or 2 days, then it will be very happy for the customer. Okay. So this is also like achieved by our Salesforce, which makes our customers retaining here. So it gives multi-channel support, faster support, always on service, like 24/7, you can have service available, right? And some of the key features, like you can have knowledge base. We have some knowledge articles where if based upon customer requirement, you can have some knowledge articles. So if you're trying to do something, if you have a knowledge article, you can refer if you have any doubts, right? So that the service also provided by Salesforce. You can have customer service, you have live agent in the sense like it's like an online chat. For example, if you open any website, down you will get some like notification, right? If you have any doubt, please type here. So that kind of live agent also that you have in this service cloud. We have service cloud communities, like various applications you can have in this service cloud. Similarly, you have marketing cloud. Marketing cloud mainly deals with email management, right? So it's not as everything in our Salesforce is a wide concept. Like Marketing Cloud itself, it gives the way of email, the way of communication with the customer. Whatever the sales and service you do, like you need to like communicate with the customer, right? Like I will sell this product particular day, you need to send an email. So all those things can be dealt with this Marketing Cloud. Similarly, you have any communities, you have any analytics, marketplace, everything can be dealt with these different kinds of clouds within the Salesforce. Okay. So basically, we will be focusing only on sales and service.
Yeah.
That's pretty much. And any questions, David?
No.
Yeah. And also like these are some we have various, as I said, various advantage. Like we have trust, we have it is a multi-tenant architecture. As I told you, like we have a metadata structure where it will have your secret privacy, like storing your data. It is a single code base, data storage, everything, right? And you have network, good network. You auto update will be done, good security, everything you will be having. Coming to pros and cons, like there are various like advantage of having the Salesforce, as I had said earlier, and we have only one consequence, like only one disadvantage. Like this Marketing Cloud, which I have said, is of some huge cost. Like we cannot get easily this Marketing Cloud. We need to pay some huge amount. Then only you will be able to purchase this Marketing Cloud. So apart from that, you have various advantages like rapid development of application. When we started 1999, now it is various and variety of change has been happened. Earlier we used to have classic version. Now we are having Lightning version, and they are also been integrating with Einstein Analytics. Everything is being made in our Salesforce.
Yeah.
Any questions?
No.
Like today, like session, it will be some kind of boring. Like we have been discussing theoretical, right? So yeah. So that's about it. Like we have, like as I said, you have good Salesforce careers. Like you can have like good various jobs throughout the world, not only in particular places. Various places you can find different kind of jobs.
So these days, company are using Lightning or Classic?
Yes, Lightning. No, our
Lightning.
sessions also will be on Lightning. So whatever the Classic they are using earlier, so they are migrating from Classic to the Lightning. Lightning
Okay, everyone is
an-
migrating.
Yes. Now the projects, like the kind of projects are coming is like the migration from Classic to Lightning. It's a kind of project these days. Even though some systems, like some companies use Classic versions, but most of the versions, like most of the companies are now going for Lightning itself. So it is very demanding technology now. Like it's good, like now to learn Salesforce.
Yeah.
Any other questions?
No.
That's it. I can we can conclude for today. Like from tomorrow, like I'll explain you about why Salesforce admin is required, and also we will be creating an org, right? So you can see how Salesforce org is available for us and how you can practice there.
Sure. I have signed up on this 30-day free trial Salesforce. So I have this.
I think you don't need to do that 30 days free trial. You can have some. I'll let you know tomorrow. Like you can have a org login. You can log in with login.salesforce.com. There is no 30 days free trial. How many years you want, you can use happily. That's what I said you, right? It is a good feature Salesforce has given. So you no need having this 30-day free trial. I think you have gone to the different version. I will show you to you. Okay.
No problem. And tomorrow we'll do the practical.
Yes.
We'll get into the software and try to learn practical.
Yes. Tomorrow, I'll have a 10 minutes discussion on Salesforce admin. So once that is in, we will be creating an org and we will be logging into the org, right? You can here itself, you can log into the org and you can simultaneously you can have any questions to me if you have, right? So once you can log in, I can show you like what are the Sales Cloud, what is the Service Cloud, accounts, contacts, everything.
Sure.
Okay. Thank you for joining.
So Shashi, any reading material for Gautam? I mean, he's got the time. Anything that you want him to go through, he can actually spend and come like prepared for tomorrow, in case you want to.
Yeah, if you want, like I can give you. Can I send you to your WhatsApp number, Ravi?
Yeah, sure.
Will be that fine, right?
That's fine.
Yeah. I'll send over so that he can go through over.
Sure, I'll just read everything and be ready
Yes,
tomorrow.
you can come up with questions if you have anything.
Sure, I will.
Thank
Great.
you.
Thank you, Shashi. Thank you, Gautam. Let's meet tomorrow.
Thank you. Yep, sure.
Thank you, guys. Bye.
Bye. Take care.
Take care.